Niña, niño. Gemelos.
It's broke?
No, listen, it's not my fault.
Jim.
Came from here. Probably they'll ask us to pay something.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Sí, los chavos venían manejando, yo estaba aquí afuera de mi casa y simplemente la pieza se cayó y por enfrente y casi se cae. Tiene un accidente.
We got engaged on Isla Mujeres, or the island of women. We also traveled, swam, petted lizards, drove, and many more things, without realizing how close the death was to us. Just 24 hours before this incident, we were still in Tulum. It took us roughly a 5-hour bus ride to Cancun and then a trip with the ferry, almost arriving on the island roughly past midnight. Right next to our stay, we've noticed a big event was being prepared, and the next few days we realized that that event was actually a funeral. Alright, first bed here, second bed on the other side under the air conditioning, kitchen here, some storage here, the fridge there, and there's the bathroom with a safe. After asking Karina to marry me in our private rental Airbnb, she said yes. Obviously we headed out. We went to rent some bicycles to explore the island. It was a terrible idea because they were not fit to be ridden on the island. They were having more or less flat tires and the direction wasn't straight. You had to forcibly keep the direction straight. And after an hour we returned the bikes and they offered us just for 200 pesos extra to rent a scooter, which we gladly accepted. After getting the scooter on this day, we're not planning to go far, so one of the main points was Punta Sur. On the way there we encountered many speed bumps, and that was the main cause that could have led to us getting injured really bad, because we're driving between 60 and 80 kilometers per hour, sometimes even 100 in between the speed bumps. Of course I was slowing down, but what if the water protection wing from the front wheel, if it was the back, okay, maybe it wouldn't be such a big of a deal, but it was the front wing that fell, got caught in the wheel, and it went underneath, and at that point I just lost control of the motorcycle. Luckily for us, we're driving, I think, with 5-10 kilometers at that point. Karina just hopped off the scooter somehow, and I just managed to hold the scooter and not drop it to get additional damage on the scooter itself.
Del mar Caribe, ¿vale? Tenemos niña, niño, gemelos. Niño la de acá. ¿Gemelos? Ah, vea, gemelos. Gemelos en medio. Niño a la derecha. Niño a la derecha. Ahora.
Following Punta Sur, we were heading back to return the scooter. On the way we came across some statue of Virgin Mary, and we stopped and we noticed that behind it there was a church, and right behind there was access to the seaside. So we stopped a bit, we recorded, and then we were heading back. Right before returning it, we had to refill the scooter with gas, and that's when we noticed that the gas was pretty cheap. So I was like, okay, maybe we can have Karina try riding herself a bit, because she wasn't doing it much whenever we're traveling, so that was her chance to do it. After returning to the spot where she wanted to record some famous local attraction. This happened, like the water protection slid right underneath the wheel. We didn't die on this occasion, but there was a high chance this could have happened whenever we were riding 80 kilometers an hour, not 100 kilometers an hour. For sure, it would have ruined the vacation overall. Happy circumstance ruin it, because could have been more tragic.
But where is there's some other... No, from up there. Maybe it was already doing.
Did you rent the scooter?
Yeah.
I think you'll bring the piece.
Yeah, the plastic. The plastic.
I saw it.
Like the plastic remain here.
Yeah, it's like mine. All broke. That's much better.
Before this, we had two bikes. Totally, like we couldn't ride them. We brought them back.
I hope they won't charge us.
For sure they will.
I think they know that they
For sure they know. I started hearing it.
No,
Now
I
that-
also...
Perhaps at this point you're wondering what and how did we manage to return the scooter and avoid paying any hefty fees to the store that we rented it from. Well, the pictures that we took with the situation of the scooter at the renting time, it was just on my phone, so they did not have any proofs of the state prior to the rental and past the rental. So we tried to bluff it. We went in, we pretended that nothing happened. Karina had the piece detached in her hand, heading to the store on a different path because you couldn't walk. There was some work roads being done, so we were attempting to return it. I was attempting to return it. I told her to walk slowly towards the store, but to not go there with a broken piece. She misunderstood. She didn't do it in the end, luckily for me. So I just told the guy, hey, come pick it up because there are construction works and so on. I dropped the scooter, she gave me my driving license, and I turned back and I started walking away. And she was like, wait. And that's when I freaked out a little bit because I thought she noticed that the front wing is missing. Well, she didn't. She just asked me where is the second helmet, which Karina had at that time. And I went to her, which she was like 10 meters away around the corner. She was just being harassed by the stores in the area. Hey, would you like to buy something from us? Any souvenirs, anything, whatever, tequilas or whatever. I grabbed the helmet, I took it back, and that was it. The same day, actually, we went off the island to Cancun. We returned a few days later with no further issues. We're scared that maybe they reported us to some authority, but I believe till this day they didn't notice that it was missing. Following the scooter incident, we went back to Isla Mujeres from Cancun. We spent the day, we went this time in for snorkeling. We took the local bus after having some coconut water. And we stopped at Garafon Resort. They had many attractions. We went there just for one of them, and unfortunately it was a very disappointing experience. There were like high tides and we couldn't see much underwater, so we decided to go further down. So this here is 150 pesos. That one there was like 270 pesos, but you couldn't see anything, so we decided to come here. Maybe, hopefully, there are no sharks. And that will be all for the Isla Mujeres. I have plenty of videos coming up. If you're interested into watching them, you are very welcome to subscribe and like this video. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.